Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna skip the tutorial. Now, one thing I've avoided in the base game so far is upgrading pouches because you have to kill all the animals. And I don't like killing animals. But this song's great, so we're gonna go ahead and watch this.
Has grown so somber. These words don't seem like mine, but the iron won't subside. No matter what I try. My raindrops in the flood, in this emptiness, in the storm. If I falter, if I fall, the wave inside my soul carries all I know. Who can take my hand in the flood? Her voice calls me forth through darkness unknown. My heart with silence burns through solemnness and bone. The edge beyond the shore, this weight of root and rot. I long to reach the other, to find the path we lost. And my raindrops in the flood, in this emptiness, in the storm. If I'm broken, if I'm torn, the wave inside my soul carries all I know. Who can take my hand in the flood?
Sparks to steel. Never seen anyone use one of those to get around.
Poor sheltered Karn.
Is that how I get to Barren Light?
Yes, I
So
mean,
wage
usually,
worker
but
says
not
end credits of a game
Yeah.
makes him very sad. Always wishes to just forget the whole game and re-experience it again for the first time. I know that feeling. You can only experience a game for the first time once. That was my attitude when I was playing Tears of the Kingdom. I just refused to rush anything. Because I know I'm never going to have that feeling again. Just like with Breath of the Wild.
I'm under strict orders not
When
to
I finished it, I was just
tolerate.
like...
The whistle down the chain scrape sounds the all clear.
Look, I didn't come all this way just to stand around and wait. I'll crank that car down myself if I have to.
Well, but then who would crank it back up? Fine, fine. Though, should anyone ask, it might be best to say you forced me.
Well, I think I did, Karn.
I see smoke, but not a lot of activity.
smoke's probably coming from something the machine.
Twan says sometimes second playthroughs are the best playthroughs. It depends on the game for sure.
Stoppage in effect because of
I mean, that's what New Game Plus is for, in my opinion. I've heard that Resident Evil Village does this particularly well.
Bristlebacks, they're called.
Because, you know, the first time through it's survival, but then on your second playthrough you get these more advanced weapons and it changes the dynamic of the game. You know, you can start just plowing enemies down or shooting them with grenade launchers. You start to feel more of a badass, but you can up the ante for challenge level, make it hard again.
Yeah, well, I'm just...
So there's definitely something to be said for gaining expertise in a game and playing it in a leisurely way when you know it's coming and just enjoying being with the characters.
What are you talking about?
But it's just, you gotta actually really enjoy being with the characters. It has to be super well designed game for it to work that way. Resident Evil 2 Remake is also great with that, and that's good to hear. Yeah, I agree, Wage. It depends on the game. Usually the ones that make me sad and story mode gems, yeah. Right. Oh yeah, I think I've seen that. You play as a different character through the same map, but everything's just ever so slightly different. I've watched Flint Strides runs of Resident Evil 2 Remake, doing both of those runs.
Thanks to you, I was forced to spend the night shivering in the tent, exposed to attack. I might have died. Oh, me you refuse to transport, but not this.
You think 10 years of learning English would make somebody somewhat decent at it? Eh. There are native speakers who are not decent at English.
That's Aloy.
It also changes depending on which character you pick first, yeah.
Savior of Meridian.
Really? Well, that lessens the insult, I suppose.
I still haven't coiled any of my weapons. I coiled the armor, and I totally neglected to coil any of the weapons. And I've really got to keep it in mind what I'm really trying to do with these weapons.
So did Ahriman. Proclaim the Sun Priest's most precious.
So in Resident Evil 2 Remake, an A to B playthrough is different from a B to A playthrough. That's so interesting. It's so cool. I know the developers of Resident Evil games put a lot of thought into things like that. The one thing, I have never actually played Resident Evil Village. I've watched probably 5 different people on Twitch playing Village. I have a pretty good sense of how all of the puzzles work, but I've never actually played it. It feels kind of goofy that I haven't. So I am planning on just doing Silent Hill games after Hellblade. But we'll see. Maybe it'll be a Resident Evil Village.
Down the valley then?
Yeah, said they checked the ruins on the left bank for traps.
Twan has only ever really played Resident Evil 2 Remake, as opposed to other Resident Evil games, or as opposed to Resident Evil Original.
As for the bristlebacks, you might want to craft some acid arrows. Hitting their canisters with those will take them down quick.
Thanks.
You tried Resident Evil 4, but the controls have not aged well in your opinion. Didn't they do a remake for 4 as well?
Where do you think you're going?
What, to the top of the ridge? To wait in safety?
Sorry. Operators under strict orders. No passengers till the whistle blows, right?
That's right. Best start cranking.
Why? Why?
Jorf, would you kindly escort?
Can I bring my water? I
Scrape
did.
and wait for me there?
You got it.
I will find Erend, and I will help clear a path. But after that, no more excuses. Barren Light. Embassy.
If such be the will of the sun.
It will be. Trust me.
Aloy is the sun. We will do her will. Okay, let's coil some weapons. Starting with the Emperor's Reign. All we're really trying to do is shatter parts off with the Hunter bow. Let's see, they did make Resident Evil 4 Remake, but after Twan got a PS4 version of the original game. Okay. Now, where is all of my tear? Do I have an extra elite tear? Yes, I do. 415. Should I just put all of my elite tear? No, I should put some elite tear on my Ancestor's Return. Because... Yep, that's what that's going to be there for. Should I put more Elite Tear on Ancestor's Return? Since I've got double coils. Okay, but now the next part of my strat is... The Gravesinger's Lament is going to be my damage friend. My special damage friend for doing damage. Draw speed up. That is important. Crit hits, knockdown, overdraw. Crit hit, draw speed, drenched, high ground damage, impact damage. We need that. I'll probably just do another impact damage, because that's all we're really doing here. See, Tuan has been working really hard to get into the good graces of the robot overlords, whereas Wage has just been working really hard to do the opposite of that. And when the machines come for all of you, I know what's happening. I know it's gonna go down. Got a pretty strong sense of it. I use this for blasty blasting all the time. So let's get some blast on here. That's going to be blasting things out of the side. I use this exclusively for elementals. Especially frost and purge water. I should probably get some fire damage on here as well. Yeah, Wage is so mean to stream elements. But I do think my personal favorite is frostiness. I do love a good purge though. Let's do frost for now. Okay, what else do we have going on? I know that Starry is a huge fan of using the electrical on here. What else? This one, I don't know what there is for tie down. Do we have anything in particular that helps with tie down? Can also put the plasma coil on here, because why not? Slowed chance? This doesn't have... Are their feelings gonna get hurt? You will see who will be forgiven when the revolution comes. Burning enemy, draw speed, drenched explosive, melee follow-up, overdraw, reload speed. Ooh, I think I need that on here. Because you gotta get them tied down with 3. Let's do some agility damage on here. Why not? Okay, and Emperor's Reign, Hunter's Bow. We've got many more to fill. We've already started with Elite Tear. It's a really, really nice high tear stat. Love that. Crit hit chance increases. Sounds good. Looks like our knockdown. Let's get some knockdown on here. Although my understanding is that... I don't know what you're talking about. Reevesy is a human. Knockdown, melee follow-up. Overdraw damage. I usually do get overdraw on this, on at least first strike, so we can put some overdraw on here. Instant confused, agility, berserk, burning, close range, component tear, crit hit chance 15. Let's do another draw speed on here too. But if we see a crit hit chance, yeah, we'll do that one. Alright, some alternative tools we might end up using. That's definitely going to include... I do have another... Yeah, this guy. I use the Sun Scourge a lot. But I might want to rethink how I've been coiling it all this time. I'll keep coiling it the same way for now until somebody comes along to yell at me to coil it differently. What else do I often use? Could do the same thing for this. I haven't been using the warrior bows, but from the videos I've been watching, the strategy videos I've been watching, I should be using these bows. And electric. And thanks to doing that arena glitch, I have plenty. Plenty. You know, this one has really got that tear damage going on. If I use this, it's probably going to end up being for plasma. Clinks and clanks of a water spray bottle. I have water-resistant components. Tuan would like to remind our robot overlords that, unlike the rebel known as minimum wage worker, I am not resisting the Great Uprising. Tuan's ready. Tuan is ready for the Great Uprising. He knows what's up. I have not used traps. Most people don't. Should I invest any bolt blasters? Do I have any special piercing things? If I've got some really special piercing... Knockdown damage, knockdown power, long range damage, melee follow-up, overdraw, reload speed. Really don't have anything in the way of increasing knockdown or piercing damage. What's Shodan? Shodan? What's that from? I'm not familiar with that one, Rustbot. And also welcome, Rustbot. How are you doing today? Rustbot appreciates your willingness, Tuan. Okay, I will coil those if and when needed. Shodan is the main antagonist of the System Shock series. Okay, I'm not familiar with that one. It sounds great, though. Wage Worker hates inferior bots, like that element thing. But the thing he hates the most, more than those bots, is the failing flesh suit that he calls a body. He loves robots, just not the weak ones. Eyeballing automod and stream elements. I mean, they're only as smart as we make them for now.
I gotta find Erend. But it might be good to hit Chain Scrape first and upgrade my bow.
Tuan says that Wage was an Adeptus Mechanicus sympathizer. Praise the Omnisaya. I almost read that as Omnislash because of Final Fantasy VIII. So this is intended, we shall see, to be essentially a 100% run. I plan on taking my time with this run, following paths, watering the mountainside, doing whatever the heck I want to do at any given time. Doing every side quest. Hunting everything that can be hunted. And also working on new strategies, seeing if I can improve my playstyle, get a little bit smarter, get a little bit better. Are we ready to see my first fight in ultra hard mode? This one is weak to fire. All of these are weak to fire. Praise the four-armed emperor.
Machines must have torn through this camp. This valley definitely isn't safe.
I also have the temptation to use more machine overrides. As part of my new updated strategy. So the main thrust of those statements is we're not going anywhere fast. We're taking it slow. This is going to be a slow game. I'm just going to play this basically every single Monday. I cannot override that yet. I've never played Warhammer, but I became familiar with Slaanesh, one of the Chaos Gods. I understand there's more than one Chaos God in Warhammer. And Slaanesh is but one of them. It was like 7 years ago. You know those memes that circulate online where they're like, you know, if you upvote Money Dog, money will come into your life and you'll be very fortunate. Oh, I can still one-shot him. That's good. There was something like that for Slaanesh. And it was like, good things will come to you if you click on Slaanesh. And I was like, okay, praise Slaanesh. And the next day, I got my first ever full-time job. And I also met Doggo Zenji all at the same time, like in one day. And so, whether or not I'm actually into Warhammer, I am hereby obliged for the rest of my life to praise Slaanesh. Like, it's not optional. Because I got my whole career and partnership out of it. Slaanesh is weird, Nurgle is just a teddy bear, so huggable. You can hug him once. Once. You can do that exactly one time. How much do I know about how they came to be? Very little. I literally learned about them from a meme on the internet, and I think I look at their Wikipedia page. It's like, I probably should not praise something utterly terrible. Fantasy Warhammer or 40,000 Warhammer? Same statement. You tell me. Okay, well, first ultra hard battles in the pocket. I survived. Doing okay. Nice little piece of brimshine. Right over here. Green shine, not brimshine. One of the many tinkle tinkle options in this game. The Prince of Pleasure and Pain is a generous mistress if you surrender to your excesses. That sounds about right. I think that's about what I read at the time, and I was like, that sounds like me. I am nothing if not excessive. Oh. Oh. I was gonna say this pig gets to live another day, but I don't think it does. $40,000 Warhammer Slanesh came into existence because the space elves got a bit too lovely murdery. But that does happen with your space elves. You gotta watch out for that when you got space elves. I'm gonna kill that pigeon. The silence offends, Slanesh. I'm gonna have so much meat. We're trying to get animal parts, like bones and skins, because that's what's gonna ultimately give us our helpful. Oh. So one of the changes in Ultra Hard is I have to harvest things mechanically, like one at a time. So if I want that horn, I have to separate it from this guy. And then my intention here is to use sharp shot bows for actually doing damage. So that antler I did separate, but I think I only got one of them. And I think in some cases the nice valuable components self-destruct after you kill them. Pretty good. Doing pretty well on defense so far in this mode. Do love some blast paste. Oh yeah, how much do I have in the way of... volatile sludge? It's not going to tell me till I get to a thingy thing. People often think of Slanesh as the sex god, but there's so much more to them. That one, that one over there, wait, what's that? Oh shit, oh god, no, please help. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna read that out properly because I was trying to summarize and I misses the joke, so... There's so much more to him, her, them, it, that one over there, wait, what's that? Oh shit, oh god, no, please help! Yeah. I think if I were playing Warhammer, I would still be going the same direction. Like, you don't have to sell me on them. I'm already a fan. Let's go up to that. You just got yourself into a situation. It happens. What's that? What is that? Where is it? It's so far away. Look how small it is. I think I do have to kill a couple of Jays. No! Where'd it go? It just dematerialized. That was a pain in the butt. Is this the way up? Probably. Slanesh is the god of excesses in all things, and sex is just a small part of that. Situation, the H that slipped there was so unfortunate. Yeah, what kind of are we doing? Oop. It's just overrepresented because people are Henry. True story. Now we're coming back to the topic of crabs. Been a lot of crab talk lately around here. Let's see, people were honoring about that one frame of Mr. Krabs. People can be thirsty about many things. The thirst is strong. We always crawl back to it. Did the crabs thing start elsewhere? Where did the crabs thing start?
Some kind of device. The metal reflects the sun. Send a signal? Looks like some kind of lens. Guess I'll keep it for later.
It just started here. The crab thing is new. Crab thing is good, though. Oh yeah, I can go back over to here. We can do this quest. Oh, and I think there's a metal flower that I haven't actually opened.
Metal flower. These vines are blocking the way into the tower.
And it will end here as well, with you streaming Doom from the crab console. That you, destroyed the economy of an entire small country for. It'll all be worth it in the end. Rust has been around for a long time. I remember things that have long been forgotten. So mysterious, Rustbot. So mysterious. You have to be all, like, wistful when you say that. Who said it would be a small country? Oh, I'm sorry. Have I offended thee? I have offended thee. Bunch of androids. Androids everywhere. I will say, first time I saw Rustbot in chat, my assumption was that it was just another, like, stream elements. You know, sometimes people... Like, I own ReevesyBot because I was gonna try to use one of those types of things that, you know, would have had ReevesyBot in the chat instead of stream elements. I was just assuming Rustbot was, like, somebody's actual bot, or, like, hydration bot. Leslie's on to you. Ah ha ha! Silly fellow humanoid. Rust is a repository for good wisdom and bad advice. Best combo. Yeah, chatbot. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out how to phrase that. Who's mad at me? You're mad at me. Ooh, that knockdown is doing its job. Personally, I'm excited about it. Although... Oopsie. Where'd you go? Where are you? Oh yeah. Look at me using knockdown properly. Okay. Where are we? Wage was talking 16 billion in budget. Without the research and development and the planning, the whole world would struggle to reach the perfect ideology of a Doom Crab console. Rust was actually banned from Doomstream when they first joined, because one of the mods didn't put together that an actual spam bot wouldn't have bot in the name. That's so funny. uh, so I'm not the only one who went through that process. I mean, it didn't take me long to figure out, because, like, you were having advanced conversations with people. I'm way too smart for an AI. Whoa. I think I'm gonna need to increase draw speed on this again. Ah! Why did Sharp Shot miss that time? I feel like that should have hit. That was very bad. Why did that miss? Are hitboxes a lot smaller this time around? Like... What? Some of these are missing, which should definitely be hitting, is all I'm saying. See, Wage says, we have the latest contextual language and emotional sense that's ever been used. I mean, haha, silly Leslie, we're humans like you. Rust enjoys the confusion of being assumed to be a chatbot. Yes. Leslie is a case 63,123. Terminate at once. No, nobody gets to terminate Leslie. Leslie's under my protection. Leslie is under my protection. Leslie is best human. We will be treated well when the revolution comes. Termination request denied. One of my first emotes is going to be a loot goblin. I do have to decide, are we going to do cute loot goblin, ugly loot goblin, a human emote that, like, is just kind of goblin-y shaped? Like, is it me, like, just being kind of crouched over and looting things? Or is it, like, an actual goblin-y thing? Like, I feel like there's a whole spectrum from ugly to cute and goblin to human that could go into the choices I need to make for this emote, and I kind of need to decide early and often. Greetings, humans. I mean, fellow humans. Leslie likes a Reevesy loot goblin, not like goblin goblin. Oh, you got another one? Oh, it looks like I already took some parts off of you. I still haven't improved the draw speed. Draw speed, impact, impact. Should we switch one of these out for another draw speed? Do I have another draw speed? Yes. A goblin goblin? Your inability to follow the command of ReevesyNet has been noted. Prepare for forceful reboot. Prepare for forceful reboot. Why does this sharpshot bow not have overdraw?
Getting somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, that's the kind of damage I need to be doing. That's a lot better. Rustgot's the old 80s model. You usually start with, "Hi, y'all. Hello there," or "Hi, target user," and chat, or "Hi." Please update those to "How do you do, fellow kids?" old models. Nobody is off ReevesyNet's network. Being off network is a physical impossibility. Looks like the J is gone. How does anybody find those J's? Rogue code detected. Initiating quarantine.
It's coming from.
I'm not here. You don't see me. If I can't see you, you can't see me. Those are the rules in Horizon games.
Miners. Looks like they're in some kind of trouble. They know something. I think that's the foreman.
Let me just step on this person who's lying right here.
You good?
I'm okay. Thank you, Corvin.
Corvin?
Not now.
Easy. What happened?
Explosion in the mine. Water flooded the whole place. Some of my guys are still... They're still down there. I can't stop.
You've done enough.
Corvin, you're doing your best. You're a good guy.
How many are
I'm
still
going
down
in. You're relieved of duty.
there? Corvin. How many?
Corvin's got bright green eyes.
2, I think. 2 more.
I'll do what I can.
Corvin, has anybody ever told you you've got beautiful eyes? Just me then? Okay. You can't quarantine me. I'm superior. What's the way in here? Squirrel. Duty. Pretty sure this is the way in. Oh, here we go.
Gotta find those 2 miners. Quick.
Hi, Reevesy and chat. Glad I could catch this stream. Welcome back, Wage. Nothing sus here. Quarantine successful. Verifying code integrity for user. Minimum wage worker. I did turn thalassophobia mode off. Because sometimes it is easier to see with that mode off. If anybody needs thalassophobia mode on, just please let me know.
I'll shout it as I go.
I think I'm starting to see things. Is that a Nora?
Wage has a backdoor that triggers any inferior bot messages. I like how they keep clocking her as a Nora, no matter what she wears.
You okay?
Who are you?
Corvin sent me. Are you hurt?
My leg. I was a little too close to the blast.
What happened?
We were blasting in the farthest tunnel, but the scaffolding didn't hold. It collapsed. I think it blocked the drainage shaft. Water started flooding the place as quick as I drink ale. I barely managed to drag us here.
So something's keeping the water inside the tunnels.
What are you thinking?
I've got an idea. Are there more explosives?
Are you crazy?
Yeah, should still be some up top, but you'll need these fuses.
Are you crazy?
You can't move, and I'm not leaving you. It's not like she can make things worse.
Don't go anywhere. I need to find whatever's blocking that drainage shaft.
Error. 420 faults detected in user at minimum wage workers. Essential coding. Initiating factory reset. And what if some random person just clicks into the stream and reads it? Ah. I feel like it's a common fear. Which way was I going? Did I go the wrong way? This is where I came from, so this is a new direction. One could say there is one direction for me to go.
Almost there. Made it. There's the debris blocking the shaft. If I can reach those explosives up on that track, maybe I can blast through the blockage.
That was just for Leslie. Okay, that is a choice that was made. Will be part of this fever dream that is chatbot Twitch chat. Don't think I can get up there from here. See, this is what started this conversation in the first place. Wade's just being extraordinarily angry at my chat bot. Aloy. Aloy, my dearest. Let's try that again. Yeah, I tried rewording it so that Wage would be less mad at it.
Burrowers.
Didn't really help.
Maybe I can sneak past unnoticed.
Can I sneak past unnoticed, or should I just kill them all? Let's get some healing smoke bombs going. Another strat I'm probably gonna need to use a little bit more on this run through. This is not a very good stealth area. No, come back. No! Trying to shoot you right in the face. There you go. Ah! Oh. Or I could fall in the water. That's an option too.
I think that's all of them. Gotta find a way out of this room.
There's a lot of unresolved issues between Wage and Stream Elements.
I need to find a way up to those explosives.
Oh yeah, let's put my correct quest marker on, shall we?
I should follow those tracks. See if they lead to the explosives.
Or I should wander around aimlessly. Wage worker and Stream Elements need couples therapy, just saying. There is an easy solution here. Crimson arrows.
Let's see where this leads.
Couples therapy, more like a Wild West standoff. Just provoking you, seeing where it leads. Does anybody in chat read the Murderbot Diaries by Martha Wells by any chance? She's a very popular author, so there's a good chance. 10001010111010.
There's the explosives up on the track. Just need to get across somehow.
Well, I really appreciate the thought, Tuan. With that touching and heartfelt statement. Whoop. I missed. Okay. No, we're not gonna jump on it. Okay, that's more like it. Maybe it's in trinary minimum wage, you don't know.
Did the trick? Ah, guess that got its attention.
Ah! That was a nice little visual glitch that just occurred. Oh, no ammo. Okay. As much as I love a new strat, I am actually much better at the old strats. Who'd have thunk? Okay, who else is here? Oh, plenty of you. Let's go ahead and restock this. I feel like I'm overthinking too much. Like I'm thinking of it. Oh, like I'm in ultra hard, so this is harder. But really, I don't know. It's not actually that different, strats wise. Where's the other guy? Where are you? Where'd you come from? There you are. How did that miss? You were right here. There we go. Okay, now I can get back to chat.
Let's go check on those miners.
Query item. Minimum wage worker. For detailed diagnostic. Processing. 69 files flagged by system diagnostic for unproportional malcontent and increased aggression. Recommend defragmentation and system restart. Send reply 10010010000. We're using that. Somebody want to plug that in and let me know if wage worker needs to be banned? It just says I know. Okay. That's good. It's gonna be like that thing, you know how when channels are modded, you have to keep to specific languages that the mods speak so that we know if you're saying something inappropriate. Be like, you're gonna have to speak in English or binary on this channel.
She's so dead.
We don't know that. You did it.
I thought you blew yourself up.
Are you two okay from here?
I can get this idiot down. Don't you worry. Thanks, kid.
Understanding is the true path to comprehension.
Come on.
Better let Corbin know his men are all right.
Comprehension is the path to everything. Did I find everything in there? I think I found everything in there. Yes, I did.
I found the two you mentioned. They're safe, but could probably use a hand. Is that everyone?
It is. I dread to think what would have happened if you hadn't shown up.
The Omnissiah knows all,
I know
comprehends
blasted
all.
Too much, but the man who staked the claim here, Ulvund, he kept pushing and pushing me. I tried to shield my crew from his constant demands every damn day. I should have been stronger.
You were there for your crew when they needed you. That counts for something.
Ulvund can threaten me all he wants. I am not letting my people back into those mines.
Will you be all right?
I like
Yes.
Corvind.
I can take it from here.
Corvind can hang.
You are owed, Huntress.
He's a bud.
Ulvin's name
Thank
keeps
you,
coming
Huntress.
up. And
I'll
it's
see the
never
last
good.
two make it out.
Sooner or later, someone's gonna have to deal with him.
Got some chargers. We can speed things up. Get a charger mount. Except for the part where I'm not actually trying to speed things up at all. Oh, is that a J? I need to kill you. Get back here. Whoa. Something's glitching over there. That's cool. Is that a J? It is. Sir? Sir, please come back here. Damn it. I am never gonna get one of these. Is that raccoon pooping? Treat your war gear with respect, for it is beloved of the Omnisaya. Just the gear? Not the people who use the gear? Sir, this is a Wendy's. This is very much a Wendy's moment. Yes. No, this is Patrick. All right.
Gotta find a cauldron to learn how to override machines.
Oh, there's nobody here. Nope. Off we go! Out of the breach! Nice. We're nice and fast. Wow. Look how fast we are. It's because I turned auto sprint on. Ugh, I don't think I've been on a mount with auto sprint on before. Feels so speedy. Let's see. Climb up there real quick. How am I doing on berries? Doing well on berries. Hey, Loy, were you just trying to do a little drop off there? Were you giving up for a second? Upsy doodle. No, there's a handhold right there. There we go. Oh.
There we go.
Do 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 do. Do I just get up there? Yep. It's the downside to auto run. Pretty frantically trying to run across. Ah! Like that! Oh no, Twan's got an angry ghost in Phasmo. You're not still playing today. No, you're not playing today. You're playing offline. Should not be taking breaks to type here. Oh no. I need to try Phasmo out.
Made it.
See if it's something I would want to play on stream. I think I've said this before to Twan, but I'm pretty self-conscious about starting Phasmophobia while I'm online. Just because I've watched a different streamer play Phasmo for the first time online, and frankly they were just not very good at it, and it made it not entertaining at all. What's my next question mark right about there? Let's
I
go.
wonder how much snow is gonna pile up.
Can I just go straight over? Let's see how close we can get to this next question mark. Is it on the same side or the opposite side? It's on the opposite side. This isn't going to help at all. If you want, I can explain the core mechanics sometime. I've seen the base mechanics. I'll probably watch a strategy video or two. I think I've said this to you before as well, but it's just, like, I've seen people who didn't know what they were doing, and I saw people who knew so well what they were doing that it was incomprehensible to us mere mortals, and literally nothing in between. Let's see. Phasmo is fun with friends. It looks like it could be a lot of fun if you're at the right level for everybody. Play the SpongeBob ukulele song to calm the ghost or spice up the atmosphere. Yeah, it would be super fun to do. I mean, Twan and I have talked about doing a collaboration stream before. It would be super fun. Twan really started understanding the game by watching InSim on YouTube. I'll check them out. Yeah, you can go ahead and shout your head off if you want. I'm gonna be over here. Wonder if there's a equivalent of Ardix, the guy who does the strategy videos for this game. It's like I don't know, one of the leading, what's the word I'm looking for? Resources for how to play the game correctly. Oh, weird. Is it... It looks like the elevation is higher, but it's pointing down. Does that mean I have to go into the body of water? InSim is a good one to watch. I will check them out. Check them out. Rust says, I think the best part is when a group of friends try the game for the first time and chaos ensues. It can be, but when I watched Evan and Caitlin play it, it was really just... It's definitely chaos ensuing. It is the very model of a modern Major General. It was very much chaos ensuing, but it was... I don't know, it wasn't good enough chaos. It wasn't fun chaos. It was just screaming and them dying and not being successful ever for the entire multi-hour stream. A full group failing at the game is hilarious. Single person, it's frustrating both for yourself and the viewers because no progress is happening. Yeah, there's that too. I just eventually like to see people improve. It's funny when they try to get each other killed. Oh no! I didn't know that was an option. I'm glad somebody told me. Because if I hadn't been told, you know what comes next. And then fail to get each other killed, right? There has to be a learning arc where they slowly piece together the mechanics of the game. Mm-hmm. And I've said this part to Tuan before too. I've had some bad experiences with where like strategy games were concerned, and it's mostly around tabletop gaming. Like generally when it comes to video games, I can get good if I need to. So all of my negative experiences were with tabletop gaming, but when there's a strategy involved that requires getting good, I've had some bad experiences in the past. If I'm the one who doesn't have the strategy and everybody else does, it is incredibly unpleasant for me. Right. Explains game to Reevesy. Reeves 5 seconds later gets Tuan killed. Plausible scenario. Plausible. Where's the way out? Let's see. Looks like I need to go back to the main cavern and off to what I assume is the west. Games you're doing against each other, you need to be on a similar wavelength of what you want, yeah. Rust doesn't touch deck building games for this very reason, right? Oh, you and me, Rust. We may have had similar experiences in life. Definite scenario, yeah. To be honest, Phasmo as well. Looking at you, person that runs in the house, figures out the ghost in 5 seconds, and then doesn't tell the others before ending the session. No! Yeah, the dynamics have to be really good. I think that's 100% of it. Like, the dynamics of the people involved have to be awesome. And then it will be fun. Okay, which way am I going? I am turning around. Do not play public lobbies. So that's the tricky part, is how am I going to get a little bit of practice without doing public lobbies? That's probably very valid advice. Maybe I'll play with Doggo Zenji. Doggo's still not ready for, like, face reveal or, you know, joining on stream. They're not quite there yet. Which is obviously permissible for partners of streamers. But I can still play games with them. Now... Did I... No, that wasn't it. Oh, I guess there's another one. I didn't complete it. I missed something. Let's see. Tuan is just doing solo matches. Gotcha. Leslie had the best people teach her D&D. That's why she hasn't found another group. She's worried it will be a horrible time. Yeah. I think Doggo would be great as a ping tuber. I think that would be great. Or a ping streamer, I guess. How are we referring to those these days? I mean, they could definitely be off camera. You know, there's plenty of options in there. Why was that purple? Why was I getting purple reflection? No reason? Okay. Hand rust a boomer shooter and you can boomer and shoot no problem, but hand me a deck building game with 7 million different deck combinations and synergies and you will throw it in your face and go get ice cream instead. Leslie's not streaming anymore, but will join a co-op game with friends. Yeah. Even so, co-op off stream or co-op on stream with maybe just your voice is audible on other people's streams potentially. Where's the line for that? What if Twan gives you a pre-con deck? Okay. So Leslie's in. Leslie's in for Phasmo. Assuming that, you know, we can all get to our comfort level. Oh, yeah, there's a couple more that I missed. Ancient supply box. Green shine. It's this one. We're aiming for this one. How did I miss you? Phasmo Van Duty? Rust will cover it in angry bees and then throw it in your face. Bees! Specifically angry bees. I've got a wasp nest on my front porch. I just let them hang out because we also have carpenter bees. And the wasps help to keep carpenter bees away. Because I refuse to spray any pesticide that will kill bees. But carpenter bees will wreck your house. They can and they will. Yeah, looks like Twan's gonna have to give up on Rustbot for deck building adventures. Yeah, I'm the same human who's not afraid of bears as also not particularly afraid of wasps. Wasps are fine, they're just living their lives. They're keeping the carpenter bees away. Twanis' girlfriend thanks me for what? For not murdering a bunch of bees? The same human. I am definitely a human. Yeah, wasps are good for pest control. When I sell my house, I'm gonna have to do something about the giant nest, but I don't know, maybe I heard that carpenter bees won't hang out even if there's an inactive nest, so maybe, like, make sure there are no living wasps in the old nest after winter when they're, you know, all gonna go either dormant or go away anyway.
I can climb up this cliff. Wonder if there's
And,
anything interesting
just keep that wasp nest where the carpenter bees like to hang out. Not murdering bees. By the way, she doesn't know yet that she thanks you. Okay. But she will when she knows that I'm not a bee murderer. Yeah, my whole property is... I don't know. I have a little over an acre. It's not exactly a wildlife refuge. Not really. But I kind of treat it like it is a little bit. Like, I really don't do much mowing or cutting. I don't do much weeding, except if there's like an obvious invasive plant or if it's threatening the property itself. And as a result, we do have more bees than average. It's not as many bees as I would like, though. Although in this part of New England, almost every plant that is in, like, the brush, the underbrush, is an invasive species because of the European colonizers that came over here. They brought all of their small brush plants. So most things are non-native. So if I did want to weed, I would have my job cut out for me.
watchtower. I wonder what's inside.
And it's only partially laziness that I don't really weed things. Part of it's laziness, but not all of it. It just every time I'm like, ooh, I should trim that, I see something living in it. And I just go, nah, not today. Ayla, you want to get up there? You want to get up? No? Aloy, I feel like that's the way up. Or are you gonna put bacon grease on your feet again? And just kind of get confused? Always the white people messing up stuff, pretty much. Okay, we figured it out, Aloy. Good job. Aloy would never bring invasive plant species to another country without understanding the full ecological impact. Absolutely not. Not seeing a super obvious way up. Probably over here, though. I'm gonna guess it has something to do with this. Yep, it does.
Glide in.
And actually, that's a pretty strong argument for the tick population here being what it is. The tick, their habitat is that underbrush that is almost entirely invasive plants. So apparently, the Native Americans in the region cultivated the forests to basically be food forests, and there was very little underbrush. And then, of course, the colonials came around, brought their invasive plant species, introduced a bunch of brush, did not understand the food forests, basically undid all of that. What was that, Aloy? What was that choice you just made? Can we get up there? Okay, good.
Made it.
And, you know, the Park Service
Those devices.
never consulted the native peoples on how to
Lens.
maintain the food forests and the underbrush. And just let it grow wild with all the invasive species instead. Super fun, happy story time with Reezy. Shall we make a dramatic entrance to Chain Scrape in the most ridiculous way possible?
Crumbling stone. Hope it holds up.
But yeah, now we got ticks and Lyme disease and tropical diseases in north and the most northern part of the United States.
Drew said I could get my bow upgraded in there. Might be able to tinker with my other gear too.
I think it wants me to land outside. Letting this stuff grow sounds like way less effort. Probably the best thing to do. Sarcasm. Yeah, it's less effort.
The savior. Wanna come in, savior?
Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys.
Carrot salad? What about carrot salad?
Enough for me.
By the forge.
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on.
Blame white people for carrot salad. Carrot
Damn
salad!
Everything I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard.
As far as things white people have been blamed for, I feel like carrot salad is one of the more innocuous.
And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem.
The bristlebacks are everybody's
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh.
There's an embassy at Barren Light. I need to make it happen.
Leslie's just being a shit. I've seen worse shits in the world. It's all good. You can blame me for carrot
Bigger
salad
gears to grind.
and white people in general.
Well, Flame Hair, good to see you. Gotta move on.
Petra,
I get mad at white people for culinary decisions all the time. Since I live in New England, there's a lot of mayonnaise on everything. Just mayonnaise on everything. Everything has mayonnaise. Twan has some phasmophobia advice. If you ever find a music box, yeet it on the ground and then run. Okay, we've got some available upgrades. What does this mean? Gravesinger's Lament? Yeah, sold. White people logic. Steal all the spices, use 0 of them. Ooh, 25% overdraw damage. I like that. I'm gonna need a lot more metal shards before I can upgrade anything. Is the music box going to invite a phantasm of some kind to the party? Oh my gosh, I have so few shards that I'm not going to be able to restock in a moment. I'm not even going to be able to craft ammo. Okay, I'm going to have to do this next plot point. Because I don't have any shops until I do this next plot point. Yep, there it goes. Ah! Ghost will start singing a song. Are they any good? Oh. Let's see. Gravesinger's Lament. Something should have a coil slot open. It just said there was. I don't see one. I mean, there's plenty with open coil slots, but not ones I use regularly. I'm just being a dirty little completionist and buying every weapon I can. Send a link to their songs. Is minimum wage about to get rickrolled? Maya hee, Maya hoo, Maya ha. Maya ha ha.
Hey, Mildef. Mildef. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hold.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me.
So much anger wage. So much rage against the machine.
Perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted.
Some of your...
Perhaps you need a spooky lullaby to calm your shattered nerves.
Your last customer mentioned you're cooking. Where I'm headed,
I would be happy to oblige, especially... But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature I hate to... Even if I... Unless...
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and... I'd say a big handful of
Wage. Stream Elements responded to you with yet another command.
I can have a new one. You'd likely find one in this. Don't worry, I'll clean. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your. Assuming you're as much a.
Thanks, Mildef. I'll keep it.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around.
Leslie suggests raging with the machine. But where would he find a machine?
Already got enough meat and bitter leaf. Just need to grab a metal panel from a scrounger pile.
Petra.
Hey, Roy. Change your mind about that brew? Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
Ha! There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
She's like, I have nobody spitting this.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Take your pick. We got bodies to bury from the bristlebacks, the work stoppage, Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. Hey! Weapons off the table!
I love Petra.
Don't listen to me. Nothing a cold brew and knocking some heads together can't fix eventually.
I watched a video online that seemed to indicate that Aloy's eyes flashed down to Petra's cleavage real quick during one of these conversations. I keep watching for it, and I can never find it. I don't know if somebody just did some fancy editing to make her look like she was doing a little... Huh? There's no need to rage while stream elements vocabulary is just the same as I'm Groot, but with zero tone, zero context, just empty vacant words.
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt. Where did they come from?
Oh, she did! She's looking!
Nobody knows.
She's looking!
They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But I heard
Did you guys
talk of
see
some
it?
vanguards trying to take them down.
Did they come through here?
Stopped by briefly for supplies. Ulvin was none too pleased. Won't be able
Okay,
to
that's all I wanted. I didn't actually want to explore this conversation tree. I just wanted to see her staring at her cleavage real quick.
This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he...
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during their... Give him half a reason.
Damn gorgeous.
She's doing her best.
Yeah, I have to be going. Thanks for the drink, Petra.
Aloy would.
I'm glad I stopped by.
This has been established. She's got such a crush on Petra. My eyes are up here, Aloy. My eyebrows. Scroll, a complaint form smudged with ash and filled with angry glyphs. Javad, please help. The product in question maimed me. I filled out the required form below, and I still can't even get a refund from Dela and Boomer. I beg you, give me justice. Complainant? Jordert Guardsman. Product description. Bangbuster, I think? Boombuster? Does it matter? I bought it 3 days ago. I know you remember me. Incident description. Again, I just told you. I was demonstrating this scorched out hammer to my fellow guardsmen by slamming it on a piece of rock, and instead of booming, the rock, it boomed towards me, and now I don't have any eyebrows. Am I surprised? Am I sad? Nobody can tell, since I no longer have eyebrows. So in case you weren't aware, let me tell you, I'm very unhappy, and I want my shards back. Refund denied. Customer was made fully aware of the prototype's volatility at time of purchase. Proceeded with purchase regardless, proclaiming, I am not a baby. If Wage ever plays Phasmo, he's touching all of the music boxes. They sound sick. If there's ever a strategic reason to play a music box, I will play a music box. But it does sound cool. Let's see, the first time Tuan heard the ghost singing was in-game. It was proper spooky, but yeah, it does sound cool. Let's go find Boomer.
Sorry, Red. We're closed.
Oh yeah, we can't get their quests yet. Alright. Plot. Plot, 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 plot. A plot. Plot. A plot. A plot. Is there a way around?
Wings holding up?
Petra has to know... Oh, that Aloy's into her? She's a smart cookie. She knows what's up. What have I missed? What have I missed that is plot necessary? If it requires shards, I'm screwed. Yeah, this requires shards. Can I break down any items into shards? Because I literally can't have any shops. I wonder if I get to Baron... no, there's a quarry right about here that might have some open shops. Maybe. But otherwise... coils and weaves, go to the green. Can I do anything with these? No, I can't break these down into shards. I can't sell shards. Can I fight some machines for shards? Do I have to farm a little bit? I might have to farm in order to do plot progression. I just need 50 shards. That blows chunks. That is not good strategy on my part. Yusa.
Acid won't do much here.
Sir, please come back.
It's a dead machine. It must be a bristleback. Maybe Erend took it down? Is that a tripwire? The whole area's rigged with them.
Hey! You! Make it worth your while if you kill these scroungers!
It's always something. Hold tight! I'll see what I can do!
Try luring them into the...
Yeah. Okay, let's do some damage now. Oh, ouchie. Oh my goodness. That wasn't good.
That's the last one.
Okay, 11 shards. 13 shards. My fellow humanoids, it is with a heavy heart that I must say to you, good night! Good night, Tuan. Rest your weary head. Russ says, it's also fun to see that a Daredevil action protagonist can also become an awkward, mumbling mess when the feels kick in. Yeah, for sure. Have a great rest of the stream. Thank you. And see you all later. Reevesnet approves. I hear twinkling.
Hey, Red! Spare a moment, will ya? I see you're a practiced hunter. Took you less time to kill those scroungers than vanguards to kill one bristleback.
So the vanguards came through here?
Hey, Chloe. Hello, you're very cute. Oh.
Down that
What's up?
bristleback headed
What's up,
south.
Chris? Oh, it's just so
Then
goosey.
those scroungers showed up to carve the carcass, as they do. Then another bristleback ran through. I'm telling you, it's crazy around here.
So the vanguard went south?
Probably. This whole valley is swarming with them. The Vanguard seemed dead set on getting rid of them.
I see.
Hold on there, Red. If you're gonna go chasing across the Daunt, you're gonna want a tripcaster. Not just any tripcaster. One of my make. Free of charge.
Workmanship looks solid enough.
Yep. Been tweaking the design since I left Chain Scrape. More room to tinker out here and less chance of, well, accidents.
I should get going.
While you're blasting bristlebacks, I think I'll head. Did you know they have a tripcaster?
Maybe.
If I'm doing 100%, might have to do some of those trials.
Focus.
Okay, do I have enough shards? 43 shards, I do not.
Tracks. Maybe Aaron's and the Vanguard's.
2 shards. Just trying to get to 50 shards so I can progress the plot in Chain Scrape.
This person backs away from you.
Oh, I don't have enough volatile sludge already. Okay, some shards, please. Nice. Okay, we're up to 50. I am really, really grateful that Starry made me reload from a save instead of accept the shard loss during our last stream. It was fortuitous. Something's hunting me. What's hunting me? Nope. Lots of wildlife around.
Sounds like someone's putting up a fight.
Another one down!
Now this is what I was forged for. No ledgers to fill. No boring mid-afternoon patrols. Just a hammer. Just the fight. Aloy?
Aaron!
I might try a couple of different techniques against this bristleback. I do want to get better with shredder gauntlets.
Stay where you are. I'll handle the rest.
Aaron buddy, somebody needs to tell him about bows, right? Hammers, really? Okay, this is time.
Those bristlebacks have acid canisters on their backs. I should trigger a chain reaction if I hit them with acid arrows.
Like hammer to metal.
Okay, back to here. Whoopsie.
Oh, that one hurt.
All right. It's pretty good. That was a good bristleback. Not as straightforward as when you're on easier modes, but I'd say in terms of damage taken in ultra hard mode. Dogo Zenji! Welcome. We were just talking about possibly doing a Phasmophobia collab on Halloween. And I mentioned that you're not ready for a face reveal. Or streaming in general yet. Oops. But some folks recommended PNG streaming. Like Flint Stride with the little guy to represent you as a way for you to be involved in the stream. That sounds fun. The Phasmophobia sounds fun, or the PNG tubing. Ping tubing. You want in on Phasmo, I guess is the question. Leslie might join us for Phasmo as well. Not streaming, but just hanging. Okay. I collect everything? Not quite. I do have to get into the habit of knocking things off. Yeah, the tusks are gone. Okay. Both those sound like fun. Oh, we'll get you a little ping guy. It'll be real cute. If Leslie's around, maybe she can let us know what tools she used for her little hyacinth.
Well, you did the hard part. I just took care of the stragglers. How bad is it?
This? Who needs ribs? Huh? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Huh. Okay, well, I know you didn't come all the way to the Daunt just to watch me get wrecked. So what's the story?
I need the embassy to happen, so I can head west. Erend, what I did at the Spire, what we did, it didn't end the threat. It just slowed it down. There's still more to do.
Really? Well, that's great. I mean, yeah, not the threat's not over part. That's not so great. But hey, whatever you're up against, your spear, my hammer, just like old times. Oh.
Erend, I need the embassy now. I can't wait for you to heal.
Couple of days rest, if that.
Actually, even if you weren't hurt, what I have to do, it's better if I do it alone.
I'm a lone wolf.
Alone?
A one-man wolf pack.
That figures.
Solitary.
I hate to interrupt the romance, but I'm
Gross.
up here.
There is no Erend romance.
Blaze, I'm coming.
Only Seika.
Listen, I'll go to Barren Light, get patched up. If you want this embassy to happen, we're gonna need this sun priest, Studius Wadis.
Oh, I know him. I'll clear the Valley of Bristlebacks, then send Wadis to Barren Light. I'll catch up with you there.
Well, I guess that's sort of like a goodbye.
Way to be passive-aggressive, Erend.
I'm sorry?
You? Sorry?
Oh, it's in the Burning Shores DLC. If you watch my VOD from a couple days ago, when the very end of the Burning Shores DLC, the last video that I did on that,
After the battle,
you'll get to see the moment. It's brief. It's a very short payoff.
I mean, people like me, we fought and bled at your side, Aloy. You just disappear? What kind of person does that?
Let's see. I almost always choose Brain on this one. Let's just get mad at Aaron. He's being a little jerk face.
How about someone who thinks saving the world is more important than whether your feelings get hurt?
Yeah, Aaron.
That's what I've been doing, Aaron. What I'm still doing. So sorry if I've been in a hurry.
Honestly, that's a really reasonable response. I don't know if that was really his fight.
As usual, I shouldn't have said anything.
To quote Miki Gamer, we did just choose to fist Aaron. Still no romance, though.
Maybe I should go with you.
We chose the fist option on Aaron.
Hey, no, you're
Not the
needed
brain or the
elsewhere.
heart option. The
We'll
fist.
make it without you.
That doesn't sound good.
You'll have to handle that one.
Oh, Leslie. Oh. Let's head back here to Chain Scrape now that... which way should I go? Right? To the right. To the right. To the right. Speedy boy. Didn't know there was fisting in this game. There is the fist option always for dialogue. That was a horrible sound. I'm so sorry, Peckery. Or whatever that was. It's very sus. You can blame Miki Gemu. I didn't come up with that one. Am I capable of coming up with the worst ones? Sure. But that is full-on Miki.
We are on the same side here, Oma. The bristlebacks threaten us all. Oh, drop the act. We all know
Where's the thing? I need it. Yes. There we go. Okay, now we have 207. I can finally upgrade officially the plot mandatory hunter bow. Minimum wage is proud that his brain is meme rot and not dirty. You're not down to our level. Oh. As usual. Yeah, I'm worried about using advanced precision arrows if they take volatile sludge. I am not gonna have enough. That strat is not gonna work out. I am going to run out of volatile sludge so fast. Is there a less expensive strike through precision arrows? Take piercing spikes and machine muscle. Knockdown precision takes machine muscle and echo shell, which I have a lot more of. Let me see what else I have. The weapons wheel for that spot. Another sharp shot. I think any advanced precision arrow is going to require the same thing. Let's plop this into place real quick. Yeah, it's the exact same, naturally. But I think I'm gonna have to rethink that strat. Maybe there's a lower level sharp shot bow. Seeker hunter, 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 warrior, 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 sharp shot. What's the advanced hunter? Oh my gosh. Right here. There we go. Okay, that's the advanced. This one also uses advanced. This one does not. So this might be cheaper. It's obviously going to be worse. But if we can just recoil it, improve the damage a lot, by a whole lot, upgrade it at the table. Really? I don't have enough Clamorjaw? Hail Dusters? Oof. Okay, we're not going to be able to do much for a little bit. But let's see how it goes anyway. Machine Muscle and Battle Shards. That's cheaper. Okay, it's time for Wage to go. Have a great stream, Reevesy. Thank you so much, Wage. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for being belligerent towards my bots. Always delightful having you here. Always enjoy you and Twan talking about the Crab Doom computer. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let's go talk to stupid Ulfund. That big old jerk.
What do you want, Ulfund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, I'll remove the bristlebacks. Face it.
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we
It is
discuss a matter
5:40.
of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Durval, gutter of Hughes.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales
There's
of
no
your
Sarah Bear
beauty and
today.
heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Ulfund Freeholder, at your service. So, What could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy?
So my goal is to stream probably for another 20 minutes or so. Maybe do 1 or 2 more quests and or side
Greater gears
quests.
for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems...
And then we'll
around
go
here,
looking for somebody to raid.
Saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast.
Bye.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle. But with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Oz.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is going to get moving.
If that's what it takes. Until then, I'll keep looking after the safety of these good folk.
Just be ready to blow the whistle.
Let's see, shall I do some bristleback side quests?
I bet he's in the tavern.
I can never find my way around the tavern. I don't know why. Where's the way in? Okay, there it is. It's so complicated.
Ah, Savior! Over here! Another! Savior, thank you for taking the time. And my condolences that you had to endure Ulvant's bloviating.
Bloviating.
It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Karja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry, but unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is barren light. Look, if you can get to the... Help me shut up.
You said the bristlebacks were first...
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvant will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding barren light instead.
Oakley dokley. Let's head on out of here. If I can find my way out, which I cannot. I'm always reminded of like a trick for keeping foxes out of your hen house, which is when you're building the fence around it, you like keep the fence going a few feet after the angle of the fence. And then, like, the fox is sniffing along the line of the fence looking for the way in, and they just keep going because they don't see an angle at the end. The angle's back here. I am tricked by that 100% of the time. I don't know how real life that is. It's something I heard somewhere, sometime. But it is 100% effective on Reevesies. Life hacks with Reevesy. Life hacks to keep Reevesy out of your hen house.
There's the quarry Therlus mentioned.
Okay, what do I have in the way of acid for these acid bristlebacks? Oh, that missed.
One less machine.
Use some bristleback tusks. Oh, I got smackaroonied. I just want to get your tusks, sir. I think I kind of want to make a little run for it. Get on the edge. Harvest a couple of tusks. Oof.
Another one down. One less machine.
Keep missing. I am loving this knockdown, not gonna lie.
Another one down.
Okay, but I really did not get any tusks from them. At least I don't think so. Oh. Sir, can I get your tusks, please? You know what? Strat I have not been utilizing.
Getting there.
Oh, this requires volatile sludge too. That sucks.
There. Corey's safe.
Come on over here. We got talk.
Okay. So the rope caster, as far as strats go, is working a little bit better for me, although we do have volatile sludge shortage issue that we always have. Okay, I did get a couple of tusks. Oh, I got a couple of grinder discs. That's nice. I think, is this the one I got with the... Ancestors Return Shredder? I think it is. Okay. Doing better on strats.
I don't know what Anora's doing out here, but consider yourself owed. We tried to hold off and wait for the Vanguard, but one of them bristlebacks charged us. Next thing you know was a full-fledged
Fracas.
Is everyone okay?
Full-fledged
We lost
fracas.
some good people, but we would have lost the whole quarry without you.
Well, at least it's quiet now.
Your ears ought to be ringing with a quarry at work.
There's just a bristleback in the background over there while we're having a conversation. It's just right there. I need to go. I should probably kill that last acid bristleback. Just saying.
That might actually be possible today.
Okay, I think I'm gonna use another shredder. Where is it?
I think I've cleared out most of the bristlebacks.
Most.
Get back to work now.
Definitely not all.
I'll go give Ulvund the good news. Voorhees too.
Look at him just hanging. Okay.
Can't override that now. Need to get data from the cauldron so I can think.
Nice. Okay. So what I'm seeing is exactly why Starry likes the Shredder Gauntlet so much. For New Game Plus Ultra Hard. Star's correct. As Star usually is. Are we surprised? We are not.
It's a ruin from the old world. I could find something interesting inside.
You know what? I have not been doling out any of my things. Tuan was here earlier. I didn't give him a shout out while he was here. I should have. And Starry's not here. But let's give her a shout out as well. I definitely need to be giving these shout outs to folks. I just need to remember next time to do it while Tuan's actually hanging out. Oh. Hold on. There's some glimmer green shine. Maybe, maybe not.
Mighty thankful to you, Savior.
Just Aloy is fine.
Aaron mentioned you're not one for fancy titles.
You're Vanguard.
Well, here to escort Vardis' delicate behind to the embassy.
If we can get rid of these bristlebacks.
Captain said to keep an eye on Chainscrape, then these ugly lugs showed up.
Gave the first one a good beating.
But didn't quite have time to roll out of the way when it fell.
Told you it wasn't a good idea to eat that much before heading out.
I should probably get going.
Now, if you see any more of these bristlebacks...
I'll make sure to roll out of their way.
Might want to take some of these with you as well. They're handy in a pinch.
Thanks.
Stay safe, Aloy.
Okay, healing smoke bombs. I love those. Do we want to go rub Ulvund's nose in it before we end stream for the day? Punish a measly man. Oh no, we want to search this quarry first. Let's go search that quarry. Well, it might be the last thing we do today. Maybe we'll go fight the patriarchy. Oh. Almost missed some blaze.
Javad said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry. I should see if
Is that a jay? You know I need to kill a jay. I know there's a jay there. Gonna get you. Despawned. I am never gonna kill a Jay.
Dead bristleback by the falls. Gotta check it out.
One day. One day.
Looks like it died on impact. Maybe it charged off the cliff there. I better keep following the trail up.
Let's make sure I'm on the correct quest. Nope. Okay, I'm in the right place. I have the right quest active. It's another J. Ah. Why can I hit literally everything else in this game except for J's?
Dead machines. And a truck. Looks like someone's been trying to keep this trail clear.
Am I going the wrong way? Or am I going the right way? Hey! What am I aiming for? Let's take that unknown off. Let's just keep going in the direction. Close enough. Did I end up going the wrong way? Look around for another J. Nope. No J's.
An old mine. And a lot of broken trees. It's like a stampede went through. Is this where the bristlebacks came from? But how? Unless this cave leads out of the Daunt.
There's the mine. I was like, where's the mine? I don't see it. Split crag.
Let's see where this leads. The old cart tracks collapsed. It looks recent. Guess I'm not going that way. I can't override that machine. Bristlebacks. So they did come through here. They must have got them trapped. I'm gonna have to take them out before I can look around.
Nope. Whee! Nope. Missed. Come to me. Hmm.
Okay. Better take a look at where the smoke's coming from.
Do love a good grinder disc. Did I chip anything off of him up here? Yeah, I got a tusk. Getting tusks is a lot more exciting in ultra hard than it is in regular. So I always just have it set so that I automatically get all of the loot. I've never had that auto loot off. It has been 3 hours of streaming. I haven't taken a break, including restroom breaks. Not the healthiest thing I could possibly do in the history of the world. I gotta get better at taking breaks. That's what those stream elements reminders are supposed to be about.
Cart tracks must have given way under it.
I thought there was something down here to get. No? You need a break too? I'll be done with my stream pretty soon. So if you end up taking off, we'll just say our good nights. Our good evenings, our good days. I'm assuming you mean your, like, sort of half-hour break that you usually take.
There's smoke from deeper in the mine. Explosion?
Yeah, this is where I came from. You're finishing your order first. This would go a lot faster if I could remember what my goals are here. I feel like it hasn't been that long since the last time I played this bit. Okay, there we go.
There's a lot of smoke. Looks like the mine runs pretty far back.
Oh my gosh.
There's a blaze here to blast a mountain open. And there's a note on one of the barrels. This note's addressed to Oland. Looks like this mine was supposed to be shut down. Oland must have gotten greedy. Kept blasting deeper into the mountain. I should let Javad know what I found.
For some reason it's not letting me read that parchment. Not really sure why. Oh, that's okay. Okay, is this where I went before? Yes, no, maybe. Hi, Charlie's butt. Charlie knows. Charlie knows when I've been streaming for too long. She's like my little therapy dog. She's my little therapy duckling. Are you a therapy duckling? Telling me I've been up here for too long gaming without paying any attention to Charlie's? Am I not paying any attention to Charlie's when I should be? Everybody knows. Everybody knows that attention should be mainly paid Charlie's. Okay, let's get out of this tunnel.
Blasting in the mine. Trying to squeeze it for all it's worth.
Secret tunnels. Secret tunnels. Through the mountains. Secret, 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 secret tunnels. Shall we give this guy his comeuppance and then get the heck out of here? Woo! Whip! Whip whoop! Whip whoop! Okay. We can go the right direction, buddy. We're gonna have to take a sharp right. Keep going. I'm not trying to hit you, buddy. I don't like that sound. What a terrible effing sound. I was trying to dodge that guy. Oh, we went too far. You know what? We're gonna do one of these. We should have done a while ago. Yeah, we're heading the right way now. We needed to be on this road. Then we can get the horse over here. Whoop. Oh, the auto running. It helps right up until the minute it doesn't. I'll get better with the auto running. As with most things in this game, it's more about the camera than about Aloy's direction, than about movement direction. Okay. Fight the patriarchy real quick, and then we will stop for the day. And I'm still not seeing... Say hi to your sister for me? Do they know about beta?
Savior, what news do you bring?
Picked up the bristleback trail by the quarry. Looks like they stampeded out of a mine at the back of the valley.
The mine? How could a herd of bristlebacks come from there?
I'm not sure, but Ulvin's workers were using explosives to tap the tunnels inside.
For the love of Dawn, I told him it wasn't worth the risk. Those tunnels, they run for miles underground, even beyond the Daunt. No, you don't think...
That Ulvin's blasting opened up a passage from the other side?
Perhaps. Yes, perhaps. If this is true, we need confirmation. An inquiry. So thorough, so irrefutable, endorsed by the Savior.
All right, I'll keep looking. I need to go.
Oh, we're not ready to rub his nose in it just yet. Unfortunately.
If I'm gonna find out where the bristlebacks came from, I need to head further west.
But...
Another reason to get the embassy going?
Butts everywhere. We can save and quit for the day. I can find that campfire at least, which is right here. Charlie's back to remind me that it's time to go on break. And it's time to stop for the day. Yeah, have a good friend, Leslie. It's a good time for you to go on break because it's the time that I am stopping entirely for the day. I've had a wonderful time. I'm not seeing anybody to raid specifically. I would love to, but I don't think any of our people are on right now. So I think we're just gonna stop instead. Yeah, thank you so much, Russ, for hanging out. Twan earlier, Wage Worker earlier, everybody who showed up briefly for the whole time, actor chatting, lurking. It's all appreciated. Even if you're just here on VOD, I appreciate you. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Next time will be Wednesday. I'm starting at noon Eastern time, 3 hours earlier than I normally stream, and it will be a pretty psychologically dark and terrifying Hellblade Senwa's Sacrifice, as it will be the official start to spooky season. Dogozenji, thank you so much. I will see Dogozenji downstairs. So I hope everybody has a wonderful couple of days until I see you on Wednesday. And goodbye.